Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a very warm welcome to the very first citizenship ceremony held here at HBF Arena. It is my pleasure to introduce you to the official party for today. His Worship the Mayor for the City of Joondalup, Troy Picard. Mr Ian Goodenough MP, Liberal Member for Moore. The Honourable Ken Travers MLC, Member for the North Metropolitan Region and Shadow Minister for Transport, Agriculture and Food, Infrastructure, Wheatbelt and the Midwest. And CEO for the City of Joondalup, Gary Hunt. My name is Lauren Davis, and it is my pleasure to be your Master of Ceremonies for this very special ceremony. This citizenship is held by the City of Joondalup on behalf of the Department of Immigration and Border Protection. Today, 62 residents of the City of Joondalup will become new Australian citizens. Our ceremony will begin with His Worship the Mayor for the City of Joondalup, Troy Picard, welcoming you here on this special day. At the conclusion of this, the Mayor will read a message on behalf of the Minister for Immigration and Border Protection, the Honourable Scott Morrison. Citizenship candidates will then stand for the official preamble before the taking of the Citizenship Pledge in two groups. Once candidates have taken the pledge, they are formally recognised as new Australian citizens and will be presented with their citizenship certificates. We will also be presenting the new citizens with gifts on behalf of the City of Joondalup and the West Perth Football Club, including an Australian Citizenship Medallion. The new citizens will then return to their seats, and at this time, I hope you will join these new Australians and the West Perth and Subiaco players in singing the Australian National Anthem, as led by Kimberly Howard. City of Joondalup CEO Gary Hunt will then congratulate our new citizens and close the ceremony. Our new citizens will then leave the Oval to make way for the highly anticipated game between the West Perth Falcons and Subiaco Lions. I now invite His Worship the Mayor Troy Picard to give the welcoming address and Minister's message.
Well, thanks, Lauren. Can I acknowledge Ian Goodenough MP, the Federal Member for Moore, the Honourable Ken Travers MLC, the Member for the North Met Region, and to the CEO, Gary Hunt. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and most importantly, to our guests of honour who are about to become Australian citizens, good afternoon. Welcome to the HBF Arena here in Joondalup for a very unique and special citizenship ceremony prior to today's West Australian Football League match between the mighty West Perth Football Club and Subiaco. This ceremony is part of West Perth's international round of festivities, with the club celebrating and acknowledging the diverse migrant population here in our region. For many of you, this is your first experience of Australian rules football, and I trust that you will enjoy this wonderful occasion and hopefully see a big West Perth win later this afternoon. May I say, on behalf of the city, that we're delighted that you've chosen Joondalup as your new home. Undoubtedly the best city in Western Australia. By leaving your homeland, family and friends and relocating to the city of Joondalup, you took the first step towards being recognised as a member of our community and becoming an Australian citizen. In the city of Joondalup, more than a third of our population of 164,000 people were born overseas, reflecting not only the cultural diversity of our city, but that of our country. Australia makes a vitally important contribution to the rest of the world. And it's not just our natural wealth, gold, iron ore, gas reserves, though they are vast. It's not just our unique ability to defeat the sporting teams of many larger nations. And it's not just our unique Australian character, casual, relaxed, with an accent sometimes hard to understand. Our greatest export, our greatest contribution is peace. We were pioneers of modern democracy, and in 2001 we celebrated 100 years of our Australian Federation. We've become a nation accepting of all cultures, accepting of all people, and they in turn have helped add to the richly diverse character of our sunburnt country. The city swears in over 2,000 new citizens each year, and like those who have come before you to help build our region, your decision will have a positive impact on our economy and, importantly, will enrich our lives with culture, cuisine and art. I urge you to become involved as an active citizen of our community. In particular, Joondalup needs volunteers, and I encourage you to become involved in our clubs, culture, art, sport and service, and make an active contribution to our Joondalup family. I encourage you to drop by the arena this week and become a member of the West Perth Football Club, one of the major sporting teams in our city, and be like thousands of Australians who love Aussie rules and head to stadiums and grounds across the country every weekend to support their team. For every one of us, Australian citizenship means something very special. I hope this day will have great significance and will be etched in your memories for a long time to come. May your new beginning today be everything that you had hoped and more. I wish you and your family peace, happiness and success in the future. God bless. I'll now read a message on behalf of the Honourable Scott Morrison, Federal Minister for Immigration and Border Protection. Today you inherit a legacy provided by previous generations of Australians who have made our country what it is and the people we are today. I acknowledge our Indigenous Australians who were the first people to place their footprints on this magnificent land. For us who followed, we all share in a migrant heritage, whether we arrived recently, like some of our new citizens today, or whether our families have been here for many, many generations. The Australian story is one of courage, mateship, endurance and sacrifice. It is our duty to honour the contribution of previous generations and to uphold the values that guided them and have stood the test of time. This is regardless of race, ethnicity, religion or background. In their gift, we are truly united as Australians all, and this is how we should live together as Australians first and always. This year we celebrate the 65th anniversary of Australian citizenship. On the 26th of January 1949, the Nationality and Citizenship Act 1948 came into effect, creating the new status of Australian citizen. Since then, more than 4.5 million people have done what you're about to do today, make a commitment to Australia and its people. Together as citizens, we will continue to ensure that Australia remains the best country in the world to live. By taking this important step today, you understand that this is a serious responsibility. I thank you for the contribution you will make and for the Australian legacy that you will leave. That was a message from the Honourable Scott Morrison, Federal Minister for Immigration and Border Protection.
I now call upon the Mayor to read the official preamble. Could the candidates taking the pledge today please stand?
Australian citizenship represents full and full membership of the community of the Commonwealth of Australia. And Australian citizenship is a common bond involving reciprocal rights and obligations, uniting all Australians while respecting their diversity. Persons on whom Australian citizenship is conferred enjoy these rights and undertake to accept these obligations by pledging loyalty to Australia and its people, and by sharing their democratic beliefs, and by respecting their rights and liberties, and by upholding and obeying the laws of Australia. Thank you. Will those taking the first pledge please remain standing? Candidates taking the second pledge may be seated. So if you're taking an oath, if you could stand. If you're taking an affirmation, please be seated. If I could ask you to place your Bible in your left hand, raise your right hand and repeat after me. From this time forward, under God, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I will uphold and obey. Congratulations. I now pronounce you all Australian citizens. Thank you. Please be seated. Will those taking the second pledge, the affirmation, please stand. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. From this time forward, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I will uphold and obey. Congratulations. I now pronounce you all Australian citizens.
When I call your name, please come forward to the Mayor to receive your citizenship certificate. Althea Bianca Delozo Alvarez. Debbie Delozo Alvarez and Matthew Stephen Delozo Alvarez. Ian David Beaton. Michaela Bell, Michael Raymond Bell, Stephen Bell, and Richard Lawrence Bell. David John Blom, Diane Blom, and James Christian Blom. Alan Samuel Box and Emma Jane Box. Vladilena Jolik. Brendan Enright. Gillian Rose Houston, Jodie Rose Houston, and Vernon McMillan Houston. Kochirani James Badelianko, James Zacharias, Charles James, and Christina James. Quinton Leo LaRue and Sean Ruth LaRue. Heather Jean Linnell, Jamie Michael Linnell, Matthew Thomas Linnell, and Warren Andrew Linnell. Melissa Angel Majewski, Noah Stefan Majewski, and Timotheus Majewski. Darren Peter Meering, Nicole Meering, Peter John Meering, and Robin Kaylee Meering. Mandy Janet Morgan-Jones and Mark Vaughan Morgan-Jones. Alison Gale Nugent, Kieran Mark Nugent, and Kyle L.J. Nugent. Cora May O'Loughlin, Eugene Brian O'Loughlin, and Deborah Isabel Woods. Abiola Olafumi Oyadama Oyanaiki, Obasayo Nozarula Oyanaiki, Ayodeji Ololade Oyanaiki, and Lorraine Beryl Oyanaiki. Eliana Danielle Ranada Palmer, Elias Anton Herosim Sisima Palmer, and Margaret Lynn Ranada Palmer. Tu Van Pangbon, Matthew Richard Pilkington, Simon Noel Rutter, Nikita Semenov, Irina Semenova, Nadezhda Mikhailovna Semenova. Benjamin Christopher Smith, Christopher James Smith, Oliver Malcolm Smith, and Catherine Mary Smith. Christian Louis Van Tonder and Margaretha Van Tonder. Congratulations to all our new citizens. We will now sing the Australian National Anthem as led by Kimberly Howard. I invite everyone here today to stand and face the flags of Australia. Thank you. Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce City of Joondalup CEO Gary Hunt to deliver the closing address.
Thank you very much. Mr Mayor, parliamentarians, councillors on the Hill, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Can we have another round of applause for the new Australians here in front of us? Thank you to Kimberly for the rendition of Australian National Anthem. This wraps up today's very special ceremony here in Arena Joondalup as part of the West Perth Football Club's international round celebrations. Bounce down in the league match between the mighty Falcons and Subiaco is about 15 minutes away. Please stay and watch a fantastic game. Congratulations to you all. Thank you for making the decision to live in the city of Joondalup, an internationally recognised city for its livability and opportunity. Have a great day as new Australians, and please join me in one final round of applause. Thank you very much.